There will be famines and earthquakes in various places.
The modern media are delivering a continual sequence of images of natural disasters around the world. Sometimes this can become quite overwhelming. Many of us have become hardened by perpetual scenes of starving children, homeless families and crumbling buildings. Note that these events seem to take place with greater frequency than before and in new places.
Measuring 6.6 on the Richter scale, the quake struck beneath a heavy populated area.
It's like a war zone. Did you feel it? Hey, you see it? Hey. Woo. Oh, God, I can't believe that.
In 1994, the people of Los Angeles also felt the earth move beneath them. But luckily, it wasn't the expected big one.
There are few natural occurrences more frightening than earthquakes. Those who've experienced them never forget the sense of panic that sweeps over you when the ground beneath your feet begins to move. China has earthquake records going back thousands of years, some of which have cost over 500,000 lives. According to Jesus, in the last days, earthquakes will occur in place after place. Here's a list of major earthquakes this century. This is pretty impressive data. But are earthquakes actually on the increase?
Most earthquakes are caused by the plates of the earth moving against each other, and in the past these plates have been moving at rather constant speeds, but there is evidence that they have moved faster in the past, in the long distant past, and there is nothing stopping that happening again, almost without warning. So it is possible that earthquakes in the future could increase tremendously in both frequency and intensity. We won't know when that's going to happen.
While modern science gives us a different explanation for what causes earthquakes and famines compared with Jesus' day, it is interesting that scientists and environmentalists are taking over from religious teachers the task of predicting the end of the world. For example, the internet site, sponsored by the Millennium Institute and known as the State of the World Indicators.
Australia is the world's driest continent, and we now are developing into a situation where water is becoming critical. In many places in Australia, the water availability is over-allocated. This is particularly so in the Murray-Darling Basin, but also in some of our coastal rivers. So we are facing a water shortage in many parts of Australia. Now, it's not only just the amount of water that is now becoming in short supply, but the quality of that water. There are pesticides appearing in the water and herbicides, and these are coming from our agricultural pursuits. And in this respect, the vast cotton farming is bad news in that it's contributing quite a load of pesticides to our waters. Now, at this stage, though, our waters are safe to drink in almost all places in Australia, but they're not safe for the animals that have to live in it. So that the water quality has deteriorated, and we now have problems with the environment. There just isn't enough water for the environment, and the quality has decreased. And it's very hard to balance all this. And to be quite honest, I'm not too confident about the future.